Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
It has been more than 5 months since 4-year-old Mary Ann Marble shot and killed at her home off Windsor Hollow on the northeast side.
And tonight, the first arrest in that case was made. The suspect walked right in front of our cameras. The night team's John Paul Barajas was right there as it happened.
The Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says today's arrest was the first big domino to fall in the ongoing capital murder case of little Mary Ann Marble. 20-year-old Isaiah Perales was walked to a BCS unit in cuffs and showed no remorse just a few hours ago. Did you do it? You didn't do it? They got the wrong guy? Why are you in cuffs? Although he says it wasn't him, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office says otherwise. The sheriff told us the recovery of a Draco or short-barreled rifle at the bottom of Calaveras Lake earlier this week was test fired today, and the shell casings matched those of the shooting that killed Mary Ann Marble. And that through digital evidence, they tracked Perales' whereabouts near the home off Windsor Hollow and then hours after at Calaveras Lake. Perales was arrested by SWAT and gave himself up. He is facing multiple charges: capital murder, aggravated assault mass shooting, aggravated assault deadly weapon, and 2 counts of serious bodily injury to a child. The additional charges are due to the shooting injuring Mary Ann's 7- and 8-year-old siblings as well as her 2 parents.
I'm telling you right now, there's going to be other people going to jail. They can determine what level of charge they face. Do they want to face capital murder like this guy and possibly the death penalty? Or would they choose to come in and cooperate with us and possibly save themselves that fate?
Doorbell video from the May 8th shooting shows 2 men run out of a car and unload 30 rounds into that home off Windsor Hollow. Sheriff Salazar says that Perales is the front man, that they have multiple people of interest for who the second person is in the video, as well as possibly 2 to 3 others who may have been in the car during the shooting. One person the sheriff said he was confident would soon cross over from person of interest to suspect is 22-year-old Brian Salazar. He was arrested with Perales earlier this month in an auto theft ring bust. Now, the sheriff is still asking anyone with information to come forward. You can do that anonymously. You can call Bexar County Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP. At the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Requests denied, at least for now. That's the response our KSAT Investigates team received after sending a request to the Kendall County Sheriff's Office asking for body and dash cam video of Brad Simpson's arrest near Bernie earlier this month.
Now, Brad Simpson is the husband of Suzanne Simpson, the missing mother of 4 from Almost Park. Back to the Kendall County Sheriff's Office. They're asking the Attorney General now to decide if we're going to get the arrest footage. Now, they say that footage could be used in the criminal case against Simpson.
Last night on the Nightbeat, we told you about the charges. Brad Simpson is now facing new charges. Those include unlawful restraint, family violence, tempering, fabricating physical evidence, and prohibited weapon-related charges. We also learned today that Brad Simpson is requesting through his attorney to have contact with his children.
So here's the thing. According to the conditions of Simpson's release on the charge of unlawful restraint, he's not allowed to contact his children. But his attorney is arguing that Simpson isn't a threat to them and wants that condition changed. Of course, we'll follow this case as it continues to develop.
And as Almost Park Police and several other agencies continue to search for Suzanne Simpson, we spoke with a former prosecutor about the possibility of prosecuting a case without a body. That former prosecutor says while it's not impossible, there are several big challenges. You can watch and read that story on our website right now. It's at KSAT.com. A 16-year-old girl didn't even make it out of her own driveway before getting chased and bitten by a dog. That driveway you see right there. It is a problem we've reported on several times over recent weeks.
So the girl's mom is telling the night team Zaria Oates that her daughter's traumatized by the attack, understandably. She also says this isn't the first complaint against that dog.
As soon as she walked off, he came running at her.
Jeanette Guerrero's 16-year-old daughter was on her way to the bus stop when their neighbor's pit bull came running. Jeanette was already at work when it happened, only able to watch it unfold from her home camera.
It was frightening. I was at work and I always watch her do the ring. So I'm at work and I'm freaking out because I see this dog coming at her and I'm like, what do I do? What I do?
Jeanette left work, got her daughter, and contacted police and animal care services.
The officer had asked the owners if the dog had his shots. They were kind of like, yes. And they were kind of like, oh, you know what? Well, we don't know. I think he may be up for his shots.
An urgent care physician prescribed her daughter antibiotics for the bite, but Jeanette says her daughter is still traumatized by the attack.
Every time she leaves now in the morning, she's kind of like, making sure the dog isn't there. So it's going to stick with her for a while.
According to the ACS bite investigation, the pit bull that bit her daughter is in quarantine for at least 10 days. But for Jeanette, more needs to be done.
So he comes back Sunday. It's not safe. And from what I was told is that this dog has multiple. They called on that dog multiple times. He hasn't bit. This is his first bite. So now they're taking further action. The owner's got criminal citations. I don't want him back. I don't trust him there at all. And that's just for the safety of everybody within that neighborhood.
ACS says a large portion of bite cases that occur in San Antonio involve owned animals, many of whom are illegally roaming off their property. ACS is still working to find the number of complaints that have been made against the dog in this specific incident. Zaria Oates, KSAT 12 News.
Inches literally made the difference between life and death for a woman when a truck plowed right into the bedroom that she was sleeping in. Happened after 10 o'clock last night at a home on Magnolia Blossom near Jones Maltzberger. San Antonio police say that the 28-year-old driver told them that he had slammed into the home because he was trying to avoid another car that had stopped short. As for the woman we told you about, Vicki Davis, who was inside the home, she says she was just starting to drift off to sleep when she got that rude wake-up call.
It smelled like burnt rubber, and it was filling my room with exhaust, so my asthma kicked in. I didn't know what the heck was going on, and then I realized there is a truck in my bed, at the foot of my bed.
Yeah, it's a real nightmare. The truck went through the backyard fence, you see it there, and took out part of the bedroom wall. The pickup driver, by the way, not facing any charges so far.
Keep it up. Bexar County early voting in the 2024 presidential election well underway, and this year voter turnout has been huge. Here's a look at the number of in-person voters for day 3. Of course, we called it the presidential election, but there's a lot more than just that on the ballot. According to the Bexar County Elections Department, 47,739 people came out to vote today. If you haven't voted early yet, you still want to, you have until November 1st. By the way, by my rough tally, that's roughly 130,000 people who voted so far in Bexar County. If you can't make it out by the end of early voting, there's always Election Day on November 5th.
And just keep in mind that you can vote this weekend. Yeah.
Actually, next weekend.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So this is a case of rabies in San Marcos. Yeah, a bat that flew into a person's hair last week has tested positive for the virus. So out of precaution, that person is now seeking treatment just in case they were exposed to the virus. Rabies can be deadly. It's spread among mammals in the wild. And if you ever find yourself in a similar situation, just call your local animal control.
All right, I want to clarify. You can vote this weekend.
Oh, we can. Okay.
Till 8 o'clock at night. You get ready to celebrate the Day of the Dead this weekend at Muertos Fest. More than 100,000 people expected to be there for the 2-day event at Hemisphere and Civic Park. Stephania will be one. The best part, it's free to attend. You can see the hours of the festival on your screen. And if you can't make it out this weekend, don't worry. We've got you covered. We're going to be airing a special broadcast of the event next Wednesday on all KSAT platforms, hosted by RJ and Stephania.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
By the way, Muertos Fest is just one of the events happening this weekend. It's going to cause a lot of traffic, especially downtown. The Billy Joel and Sting concert will attract big crowds at the Dome. So if you're going to be downtown, you need to pack your patience. City officials strongly encouraging people to plan ahead and use rideshare if you can.
Yeah, not a place where you want to deal with traffic. Now, in other news, a new San Antonio Police Department helicopter has been dedicated to a fallen SAPD officer. Detective Benjamin Marconi was shot and killed outside of Public Safety Headquarters back in 2016. The new Eagle aircraft named Bravo Mike was dedicated this morning, and Marconi's family was there. Eagle honors fallen officers by placing the last 3 numbers of the officer's badge number on the tail of the helicopter. You see it right there, along with its initials. The pilots that are flying Bravo Mike say it's an honor to carry Detective Marconi's legacy.
I really hope they just realize that we are memorializing them in just such a great way, and that we will never forget the sacrifice that they gave. And us as brothers and sisters together, we will just always remember them as we fly around the city.
Marconi was a detective with the Special Victims Unit, and he had been with San Antonio Police for 20 years.
His daughter said she loved the idea of a helicopter tribute because it means her father's still watching over San Antonio.
Oh, I love that.
Love that. All right, he's a familiar face. He's going to be celebrating a big birthday just in time for Fiesta. Next on the Night Beat, a look at the new and improved mascot for Fiesta Flambeau.
I'm making sugar skulls. The sugar skull represents your loved one that has passed away. And you decorate them with glitter, with feathers, colored foil, and you write the name of your deceased loved one on the forehead of it. And the reason that they're made of sugar is so that when you go to the gravesite, which is traditionally where you would place them, that the ants or the rain will eventually wash it all away, symbolizing the temporary status of life. We believe that as long as you're remembered in life, you're not dead. But what I do is I put about 5 pounds of sugar and 5 tablespoons of meringue powder. If you're gonna color it, this is where you would add the color. So once you have the sugar and the meringue powder mixed, you're gonna put in some water. And very little water is required. I get like a little thing like this and then just put it in tablespoon at a time, and it starts to get that kind of wet sand feeling. And once it sticks together like this, that's how you know it's ready. The sugar skull mold should have 2 pieces, the front of the skull and the back. You pack the sugar into the mold very tightly. You take a piece of cardboard and smooth out that part and then gently lift off. Sugar skulls were originally done when the Spanish came over, and they showed the natives how to do sugar art. So I leave them for 24 hours to dry. I like to keep everything edible as I get some royal icing. It's basically what pastry chefs use as glue. And there you go. And you've made a sugar skull.
How would you describe this neighborhood?
Historic. Once you start digging into the neighborhood, the history, the people who live here, what makes it special, it's the only way to describe it.
These are generational homes from the grandparents to the parents to the children to the grandchildren.
Since the 1950s.
Yeah, and we don't want to move.
The city has a plan for growth, but hasn't requested input from the residents to find out what, our wants and our needs are.
We're standing together because everybody knows each other here, and we've all grown up together.
We went to high school together, that we all lived in the same neighborhood, and then we all went in the military together.
How do you uproot somebody that's already in their 70s going into their 80s?
Animals can get attacked, other pets can get attacked, and then even worse, people are getting attacked.
We're not going anywhere. If you find out, look at the heart of us, we're all civil activists and civil rights activists in our heart.
Know My Neighborhood, live from the Thompson neighborhood at Rocky's Taco House tomorrow at 6.
All right, looking forward to that. So, while you're preparing for Dia de los Muertos, the city of San Antonio is looking way ahead to Fiesta season.
It's not that far. It's just April, And today was the party on at Savvy Sliders on San Pedro for a little unveiling. The Fiesta Flambeau Association paid tribute to Torchy, its mascot, and everyone was invited.
So Torchy, of course, is the group's mascot, and he turns 18 in April. The fans came out to say hi and look at the more mature. Look at that, Torchy, the mascot.
Yeah, he's almost, out of his teens.
He's an adult now. He can vote.
If you missed out on seeing Torchy tonight, no worries. Of course, you can see him at the Fiesta Flambeau Parade.
Yeah, so write this down because the Fiesta Flambeau Parade is going to kick off on May 3rd, 2025. Hey, listen, we got to get through Halloween. We got to get through Thanksgiving, Christmas. So
I'm already looking at the Fiesta.
Always looking forward to Fiesta.
Exactly.
We always have a reminder in here too when you look up in the studio and you see all the confetti that's wet.
From years ago.
Yeah, it's great. Some of it's faded in the lights. We'll get it down someday.
It never gets old.
It's a gift that keeps on giving, right? Yeah. It's memories. That's the way I see it. All right, here, we have to get to our number. Consecutive days without measurable rain. Now we're at 47, unfortunately. Longest stretch since 1996, and the record is 63 days. That was back in 1993. Looks like we had several dry years there in the 90s, right? You look at the rainfall potential going forward, and it's pretty slim for most of the lower 48, especially here in Texas. We're not going to see very much. I do think we'll have some showers along the Gulf Coast and offshore because of a weak upper level low that'll develop down closer to the valley. And just like last weekend, some showers possibly right along the beaches, but nothing to cancel any beach plans. Maybe you have to dodge a quick shower. That's about it. Drought monitor will be updated tomorrow, and unfortunately, I think it's only going to be getting worse for us. Now, 55% of Texas is considered in drought. There are areas that aren't even abnormally dry. Central Texas and even from Laredo to Corpus Christi down towards Brownsville in good shape. Obviously, we want to chip away at this. Now, let's go back in time just to September 13th. So this is today, right here. That's September 13th. And you see a good chunk of our area, especially along the coastal plain, not even considered abnormally dry, in a good situation in terms of lack of drought. But now we go back to where we are at the current time period, and you see how quickly within 5.5 weeks the situation can change. And speaking of number of days, it's been over 1,024 days since Bexar County was completely drought-free. Not a bit of drought on the map in Bexar County, over 1,000 days. Quiet weather pattern. Right now, generally a west to east flow, and that's what we call a zonal flow. Pretty quiet. It doesn't have the good mixing of the air masses that we need to generate the rain that we need. And temperatures have been above average. 88 was our high temperature today. We had some fall-like conditions closer to the Canadian border and parts of the northern tier. But you look at the departure from average, generally speaking, about 5 to 15 degrees. This pattern is going to shift a little bit into next week. So we do have an upper level high. Can't discount that. It's going to be settling overhead into the weekend and early next week, then kick eastward. And luckily, we're finally, like I was saying last night, seeing a bigger trough, a bigger dip in the upper level flow, not hitting us necessarily. I think odds are significantly against that. But I do think it's going to be the start of more of these troughs and then increase our odds of some consecutive cold fronts potentially as we get into early November. So that one around Halloween is likely to fall short in parts of North Texas, and we're likely to be warm and dry again for Halloween. 7 a.m., 67 with the low clouds early, then sunny and 82 at noon, right near 90 for the high, 89 we think officially for the high temperature. Cotulla 92 tomorrow, Kerrville, Fredericksburg 85, and Gonzales at 90 degrees. By and large, upper 80s right near 90. And we look ahead, no big changes. This is that cruise control weather pattern I've been talking about. Even throw Halloween in right now, I'd say mid 80s for the high, so close to 80 at trick-or-treating time. And see those 10% chances. It's maybe a sprinkle in the morning from the clouds, and that's about it.
I'm glad you added that in there because there are a lot of people saying, okay, what should I dress my kid as? What should I dress myself as?
Yeah, don't worry about the jacket. I think we've got an 80 to 90% chance of just being warm and dry, and above average, too, when it comes to warm.
Of course, you got a lot of people looking at Thursday, as in tomorrow, Thursday, because the Spurs are going to start the new NBA season.
Yes, finally. NBA basketball, Spurs basketball is almost here. I know the Alamo City is itching to see Victor Wembanyama in his second year. And hey, Wemby clears up the narrative around his minutes restriction. Larry Ramirez has that story coming up. Plus, Texas isn't so sure of itself after falling to Georgia, where head coach Steve Sarkisian's head is at after the break. Well, this time last year, it was difficult to know what to make of the San Antonio Spurs, who were home to the youngest roster in the NBA and getting ready to introduce the greatest prospect of his generation to the league, Victor Wembanyama. Well, now Wemby is 1 year older, and the Spurs have acquired some veteran talent, which means expectations are on the rise. Let's send it now to Larry Ramirez, who is reporting right outside of American Airlines Center.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mary. So the Spurs are taking their show on the road to start off the regular season right here in Dallas. And you know Mavs fans will definitely be watching what Victor Wembanyama does tomorrow night. So last season, Wemby played in 71 games with 71 starts, and he averaged 29.7 minutes per contest. But for one reason or another, he was on a minutes restriction all season as the Spurs played it safe with their young star and franchise cornerstone. Monday, Wemby was asked what are his expectations for playing time this season.
We don't really use the term minutes restriction because we're just pushing my body to its limits. That's what we're doing, but we don't want to cross the limit to avoid injuries. That's it. But this limit is going to increase every month, every year. This is why, but towards the end of last season I could play more, and over my career is going to be a real something to really keep track of for my progression. And so I'm not going to be playing 48 minutes a game, but if I could, I would want to for sure.
And we all know that's not going to happen, but it would definitely be fun to watch what he can do in 48 minutes per contest. All right, we'll have more Spurs Mavs live for you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Mary, back to you.
Thank you, Larry. Tip-off between the Spurs and Mavericks is in less than 24 hours. It's a 6:30 start from American Airlines Center tomorrow night. The Spurs home opener is on Saturday against the Rockets. All right, the 2025 San Antonio Sports All-Star Game is set to go down on March 23rd. And today, the 8 head coaches were revealed. The 4 winning coaches from the 2024 games will return along with 4 new coaches. The All-Star Games feature 120 of the top seniors out of the greater San Antonio area, and we will once again be live broadcasting the game right here on KSAT 12.
Quinn definitely can play better. We got to continue to work his pocket presence and making sure that he's capitalizing on the premier looks when we get them, why we're calling plays and we get those shots to take them. But I also think we need to play better around him. Our offense isn't about one player playing well. It's about all 11 playing well. And I don't think we've been at our best from a totality standpoint.
If you're curious, Texas's loss to Georgia has shaken things up quite a bit in Austin. Steve Sarkisian is not only having to answer questions on whether or not Quinn Ewers, who is considered a top prospect in the 2025 NFL draft, will start moving forward, but now Sark is expressing concern for all phases of the Longhorns game, when in a week prior it was quite the opposite. Now, Texas is next on the road to face a red-hot 25th ranked Vanderbilt team who hasn't been dealt a loss since upsetting Alabama. Both are 2-1 in the SEC. All right, after the break, Texas A&M San Antonio will introduce men's and women's basketball. Welcome back. Well, on Monday, Texas A&M San Antonio's new men's and women's basketball teams will hit the hardwood for their inaugural seasons. The men's team, coached by Chris Dial, features 6 international players and homegrown players from San Antonio and beyond.
God was just good to open up this opportunity when I put my name in the portal after West Texas A&M, and me and Coach Dow connected in the portal, and he was like, I want you to come here and be the first ever. So this is a great, humble experience for me to be here to play for the community at Texas A&M San Antonio.
The men and women will face Southern University at New Orleans inside of the A&M Recreation Center for a Monday evening doubleheader. Well, one of the most impactful pitchers of his generation, Fernando Valenzuela, passed away yesterday evening at the age of 63. Valenzuela was thrown into the global spotlight in 1981 with the Dodgers after making waves in the minors with the San Antonio Missions, who called VJ Keefe Memorial Stadium home at the time. Valenzuela captivated the Latino community and the world alike over the course of his 17-year MLB career, creating Fernando Mania. And the Divine community is mourning the unexpected passing of Divine ISD athletic director Jim Sessions. Sessions was well known as a coach and a role model in Divine athletics. His legacy will be remembered. 2 impactful individuals in their respective communities.
Yeah, his friends and family in our thoughts tonight.
Yes.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. And we'll be right back.